Hi there everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of my Rimatomics Rimefeller playthrough, and this time when in the medieval ages. We actually did it. Last episode I invented pie, and thus progressed into the Middle Ages. Imagine. All we needed was pie, so we're gonna be ordering red right away to refill the tubs. There we go. So we are pretty close to hitting the end of part 1 of the series. There are still a few technologies to be worked over, but we're really getting closer to the end of medieval technologies here. There's the harp, the long blades, the plate armor, sure, the tools. I mean, there's sure still a lot of things to research here. I wasted time with electricity because I came up with my own self-imposed rule a little bit too late, but that's no problem at all. So this stuff here, septic tanks are medieval technology. Well, I'd agree to disagree, but we can also do medieval swimming pools. Awesome. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. There's so much work to be done, and I'm just waiting for another resupply of poop so we can get rid of the raiders, which attacked us yesterday, and they gave up some nice loot. The stuff wasn't hauled home yet. Oh, please, man. A battle rifle is a pretty good weapon, and the battle rifle here is actually made of... it has a good quality. It hurts me to let that lie on the ground like that. I mean, an awful combat handgun, well, let that rot away. The heavy SMG, I don't care, I don't want to really use that either. But stuff like a battle rifle. I like pretty much every variation of the assault rifle the most in this game, because these weapons are very versatile. I do like specialized weapons as well, especially things like SMGs or even miniguns, or, well, pick whatever kind of full automatic weapon you choose, or even stuff like shotguns or chain shotguns. That's a good example. But these are all specialized weapons which are only good in certain circumstances. But well, I would roughly say 60 to 70% of my marksmen are perfectly fine with assault rifles and variations of this. It's okay. The rest of the shooters should have specialized weaponry, of course, but that's just how I think. There we go. We're making the toilets neat. We're gonna have some real toilets soon. Looking forward to that. No. I still can't do the plumbing correctly, but at least we're doing it right now, so all I need is a little bit more patience now, I guess. So let's check out the research tab from last time. I researched smithing, so we can now build a fueled smithy and a fueled smelter. Look at that. Haha. Well, the smelter is really not interesting at all. I don't have any use for that. But a fueled smithy, I'm gonna do that because this will bring me at least the option to forge some weapons or things like that. That's really good. Bad temperature. Okay, whatever. Am I gonna leave that bed like this? Yeah, I'll think so. Okay. So, let's check out the loot and the weaponry. How good is an elephant tusk compared to the weapon Red is already having? Yeah, elephant tusk is a legit weapon, you know? Can impale people. Does a lot more damage than the jade knife. So, rather gonna give him that steel combat knife. Ooh, It's a good one, actually. I have one of them. So compared to a regular knife, a combat knife is a pretty nice upgrade. So let's check out Pheasant. She's one of my better melee fighters. I'm gonna give her the steel knife because she's still running around with that Iqua, and that's not really an optimal weapon of choice. Okay, there we go. A smithy up and running. Of course, this brings up the necessity of more wood, and I'm gonna leave my Dragos to mature fully before we chop them down. Apart from that, there's a little bit of wood we can procure. There's one tree. There's another little bit. There's another little bit. Oh, there's a cluster I didn't pick up for a time. Well, that's good. Okay. Sir Humps is treating the fields again. Wonderful. I love this guy. If we ever lose Sir Humps, it's gonna be a real tragedy. And I definitely plan to never raise Sir Humps above the rank of a knight. He's the perfect knight, you know. Oh, actually, that's another thing. We're not cavemen anymore, so Sir Humps is now a cyber knight. Oh, there's another steel knife. There are things lying around here in the fields. Put that away before someone steps into it and hurts himself. Okay. Come on, guys. What's wrong with the latrines? Oh, I actually know what's wrong with the latrines. I do have plumbing now, so at least this one doesn't have to be emptied anymore. So I just want to get rid of the people in my freezer. That's all. Yeah, well. Oh, it's gonna freak out Transazen so hard again. All we need is some poop to finally fire up the burn pits again. All we need is poop, and there's none around. Oh, let's check out more weapons here. I mean, at some point, stuff will burn again. Not gonna change that. PDW is perfectly fine. Carpet making, wonderful. So let's keep going for the smithy technologies, because since I'm having a smithy now, oh, that would be so nice if I could equip that charge SMG as a sidearm here. I mean, you can configure that. You have a higher limit on weight with the sidearms, but I didn't want to do that because it feels too much like cheating to me. I mean, you could configure this mod in a way that you can wield pretty heavy weapons, primary and secondary, no probs. But I do prefer the version where you actually have to combine your weaponry in a realistic manner somehow, like a rifle and a knife. I like that. Okay. So once we have electric lights for this place, I think it's gonna be really neat in here. Okay, now we can do wonderful things at the smithy, but overall there are not too many interesting projects available right now. I'm gonna wait until the long blades have been invented, and then I can do my own weapons. That's gonna be really, really good. Apart from that, I'm still not done with Transazen's art training. So I've learned to do several new things. Let's make a carving. Waist tall wall piece. Okay. A carving made out of what? I mean, wood here is a valuable thing. Dioptase carving, I don't know. I don't want to waste precious materials here, so I'm gonna use marble. I already decided that marble would be the material we make art out of in here. Because I want to use the Creole marble for building purposes. I do like that color. It's a fresh tint here in the desert. I like it. Okay. Let's speeden up things a little. So, what up, Stork? Why you're so stressed? Oh, the cat died. I see, I see. Rebuffed by Pheasant. I see, I see. So, how about you lighting up a little, Stork? How about that? Apart from that, I want to check out the pie. I mean, 1 ingredient, 2 ingredients, 10 ingredients. What up with that? So that means I need a lot of different materials to make this stuff out of. I mean, 5 meat and 1 to 10 ingredients. Is that nutrition value? I don't have anybody with a cooking value of. Oh, I do. Stork is actually really good at cooking at this point. Okay, I'm gonna leave up 1 order for a meat pie because I'm just curious if I can do that. So obviously not yet. So pie seems to be the ultimate food here. And berry pie is composed out of berries, so we're gonna plant some berries later on too. Okay. So I'm gonna do something here. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. This whole place is now to be designated a dumping stockpile zone for corpses, only human-likes and mechanoids, and no colonist corpses, and it's an important zone. And off you haul. There we go. So this way, this monument we're keeping here will also serve as a, I don't know, a place for trophies like that. I think that's a pretty good solution to our tribal start here, because basically my people here are now showcasing our trophies of our former victories. I do like that. Okay, we finished up the Longblade research. We're really researching quick at this point, gotta say. So, plate armor, huh. Sir Humps has pilfered some modern technological equipment, but I guess I'm gonna do some good gear for Pheasant as well, because she's a very, very good fighter too. She has the brawler trait as well. I'm having a lot of steel, so why not? So, the thing here is the combat knife Pheasant is having is already a pretty good weapon, so I'll need something bigger than a longsword to top that off. So what we're gonna do, a halberd or a battle axe? Come on, let's do a battle axe. Battle axes are fun. They have a quite big armor. What? That's all? Shouldn't that have different values? Did it get patched or? Let's go for a halberd then. Or did I? Yeah, a halberd it is. I think I swapped these in my head. Okay, so that's the stuff we're gonna craft. I'm gonna do this with transazent only, and we're gonna do this thing out of good old steel. There are not too many available materials for that. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, and once the plate armor research is done, I'm gonna go for a full set of armor on Pheasant, so she's gonna be armor clad. I mean, it's gonna slow her down, but honestly, it's okay. Like, it's not too terrible if they're moving a little bit slower. I mean, it would be more optimal to do it differently, and there are mods which help you to organize that. But so far, I never felt the urge to make it happen. Like, the game worked for me pretty well with people wearing their armor 24/7, so I kept doing that, you know. Okay. Sent Pheasant to clean up a little because I'm tired with this dirt in here. Overall, Transazon is not getting any time. Is not having any time to clean up anymore, sadly. And I need somebody who would wield that battle rifle. Come on, like, why? I mean, I could train Red to use ranged weapons. Maybe I'm gonna do that. So, sounds like a good idea to me. Because Red is bad at both combat swords equally. He has no passions at all. But his advantage is his age, so being that young, he's gonna be learning a lot. But overall, he's one odd guy, you know. But I don't care. I don't judge. So work down here is only progressing very slow, but it's starting to work out. Didn't I disallow the smoked meat in there? Yes, I did. Okay. Makes me wonder why there's kibble lying around which only smoked meat, but well, whatever. I really don't care too much. So is it already time for phase 2? No, that's not enough kibble yet. We're going to hunt some elephant today. So I'm gonna do this now. Red is gonna get that combat rifle here, battle rifle. And I'm gonna give him a steel knife as a sidearm here. Okay, there we go. And now it is about time to hunt the elephant. I'm gonna bring up the whole tribe as a sign of ceremony and respect to our enemy. So we're chasing the bounty of the hunt a little bit. And Red, the little noob, just sent the elephant into revenge, but that's okay. So Red is now furthermore a top priority hunter. And I'm gonna give him the honor of finishing the hunt. There we go. So, a tribe-wide event, you know? Okay. Once I get one or two hands more into the camp, I'm gonna be sending hunting parties as well. But right now I don't want to separate my people like that. Okay. Water tower is now full. Ah, the water gauge is to be read like this. It's from up to down, that's why it was showing empty for so long. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Wonderful. Finally, a good use for that monument, you know? My people won't be going in there anyways. Like, there's no reason for them to go in there. And they won't be running into the corpses at any time of the day. At every time of the day. Well, grabbing stuff out of the freezer. It's good. Alrighty. My Devil Strand is slowly growing. Oh, can't wait for that stuff. Gonna make some really good clothes out of that. So Transazon's focus is available. Well, Transazon is doing the construction work beforehand, but honestly, construction is right now quite important overall, I think. Or does it? Huh. I mean, I could put down Transazon from that priority again. And then... yeah, let's do this. Hunter lacks ranged weapon. So there we go. Hunter doesn't lack ranged weapon. Okay. Major break risk on Transazon. Oh, tell me something new. So, how many logs will I have to burn before that halberd is done? Oh my goodness. So now we know why good weapons were worth so much to the medieval lords and ladies. Because it was a ton of work to get them done. Okay, so the Dragos are getting closer to the point where we can harvest them. The cat is jumping around in the room here. So, okay. There he goes. It's gonna be, should be able to see him right there. Okay. So I'm gonna keep tracks now about the materials they make the kibble out of, because it would be quite weird if they would be still making kibble out of smoked meat at that point. But well, I'm gonna see. Oh, I love those rideable dogs. And we're getting more of them soon. Okay, we're having only male dogs. Okay. At least Babushka is not really old, so she's gonna be able to get more children here. The Great Danes are cost intensive in terms of food, but they're also pretty strong allies. Oh, look at that. A cheetah was stupid enough to get onto our land. So, let's pick up Rarizotus, Pheasant, and Stork. I guess these three will be enough. I want to get rid of that thing before it starts to do things I will regret later. There's a Lancer lying around. Come on. It's a valuable trophy. There we go. Pheasant is just the decoy. The first thing the cat has to attack, so that the hunters may shoot longer. I want to try something. I mean, the mech drop, these beacons and the activators. I really want to know what happens with them when you're deconstructing them. So I'm gonna send Rarizotus to that and force her to deconstruct those things. I mean, most likely it's not gonna drop anything at all. Honestly, what I'm expecting here, but I want to know. A few scraps of plasteel. Nice. Okay, I'll take it. So, Halberd is getting done quite slowly, but I'm gonna look forward to a real good weapon for Pheasant. Plate armor! There we go. Let's go for the great bow next. The sniper rifle among the bows. But yeah, due to the trade with the higher evolved neighbors here, the tribes people have had pretty good weapons quite early, but I don't want to be too exact about that, honestly. So she's doing the last wall. Yay. Okay, that means I'm gonna be able to put the plumbing over to this area, and then I'm gonna have some real progress. Okay, so these walls are all smooth at this point. Awesome. Okay, that means we're gonna be able to lumber around here. I don't want to have ugly things here between the stall doors. I just noticed that this is also a place where smooth surfaces might be really nice. Okay, and also I just noticed another nice thing. We're gonna make a mirrored toilet option available on the other side. So there's going to be a big old toilet cluster at some point. It's okay. So I'm gonna be dropping down basins now here. That's pretty much all I do. Putting down a basin here. And plumbings. Okay. So sad that you're not allowed to build any light sources into a monument. This place would be really worth a torch. The constant cost of wood it brings with it. I would be investing that gladly to keep this monument a little bit illuminated, you know. But well, it is like it is. So once we have a little bit of cotton, I'm gonna be bringing a few more rugs. I totally forgot about the Rimkea mod I installed here. So possibly I can drop down a little bit more of carpeting across the run. Yeah, I know now why I didn't use them, because they felt like cheating during the early game. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Fireplace. So, how do I have to understand this one? This is how it should be built. Okay. Works best with a sealed chimney behind that routes the heat from the backside back through a vent. Ah, I see. So, how I understand it. The idea would be to put something like this behind it. I see. Yeah, but well, a chimney sure sounds nice, but I need to plan this a little bit better. Like, the whole room has to be planned a little bit better. There we go. Sadly, the halberd was only of normal quality, but the armor penetration on this weapon is quite insane, so there we go. I'm gonna give Pheasant that on a queue afterwards. Okay, so one suit of plate armor. I'm gonna pause this for a moment. One suit of boots, gloves, shoulder pads, and a helmet. Maybe I'm gonna do some light plate armor for Pheasant. I think that sounds like a good plan. So I'm gonna do these with steel. And I want to make sure that these keep getting done by Transazon, because, you know, I want to train this guy, like, for real. One day he's gonna be the best smith in the Rimworlds. So I don't need to configure that. I just noticed that this is just unnecessary work, because I don't have any synthamide. I'm not gonna have synthamide anytime too soon, so... I have enough wood to produce more weapons with. Party! Yay! Tiberius is throwing a party. Awesome. It's really good. Party will cheer up Transazon a little bit more, and it'll make his next breakdown a little bit later. Okay. Let's speeden things up a little. Overall, I think it is about time to plan and design a new community center for my colony, because it's clearly visible that the cat cave here is no longer a sufficient place for a sophisticated community of I don't know what's Rimatomics Rimefellers. So I'm gonna plan some sort of community center, and I think it's gonna be a very, very good idea to put it somewhere around here on that sandy patch, because the sandy soil will take forever until it's gonna be usable, and I don't want to have my community spot into this direction, because the sleeping area is very, very far away from that. So I would like to see this area as already the outer premises of my base for now. Like, I don't want to expand significantly over these borders. During the industrial age, we're gonna be grabbing the steam geysers, but that's gonna be all I'm gonna do. Oh, look at that! There's starting to be sewage underground, I think. So that thing does work, I guess. So yeah, I guess this will be one of the best spots to have a neat little community center, and I think that this spot here will just turn into the kitchen. I mean, this spot here would be the better kitchen, but this has the yard for the blocks. Oh, that's a difficult choice. Plate boots. Was that the first bill? Yes, that was the first bill. Okay. Is Transazon still delivering, or where did they end? Somebody wear them? Yeah, so they are already on Pheasant. She got it. Alright. Wonderful. Normal quality, though. Okay. I'm gonna clean the smithy for a moment, and then you're gonna clean the kitchen too. Because I told you to. It's a pity that wood is such a scarce resource down here. Like, if I only had a little bit more wood, I would have plucked down torches everywhere, but, no. No. Simply no. So, Great Bow research is coming along too. Tiberius is having attained rank 17 intellectual. Crazy. Stork is also quite good, but, no comparison to Tiberius. Tiberius is also quite happy. How come? Burning Passion? Yeah. He's having the 11 buffs. Let's see. Okay. So, I guess that Ah, I see. So here I have the capacity this stuff is pumping, and the capacity the ground could be delivering. So I'm not quite hitting the maximum efficiency here, but I'm already using like 70% of the available water this well can offer per day. I see. I start to understand the deeper secrets of this mod. Okay, so I just hope that Transazen will be doing the armor quite soon, and I guess it's soon about time that we're gonna be doing bathing rooms, like with tubs and stuff. Haha, progress. So Transazen with his crafting 11 skill is not able to do anything better than normal things. Okay. Whatever. So global work speed minus 5%. So Pheasant is downgrading herself for the sake of being armored. But I don't care. Okay, let's check out the armor values here. 55% short. Okay. And Babushka is awaiting new puppies. Awesome. Can't wait for the other two guys to grow up. And at some point, I think if the next generation is born and everything here is looking nice afterwards, I'm pretty sure that I will be start selling some of them. So I'm gonna haul a little bit of that wood. Such a precious commodity. Please don't let that lie around. And there's a mega sloth. What a rare guest in these areas. Okay. Blade shoulder pads. Ah, they're finally of good quality, so... No. No. Bad Transazen. These are for Pheasant. I'm really curious about the stats compared to Hump's gear, because that's basically one of the major reasons why I started doing this, but I didn't tell. I'm just very curious about how much difference there is between a set of modern gear and a complete set of vanilla expanded medieval plate armor. I mean, I'm giving a lot of steel into that set of gear, for sure. So, let's check it out. Noble Apparel. Finally a top hat for Sir Humps. Maybe something I would like to do. Tools. Oh, I'm tempted. But for now, I'm gonna research the harp. It's better to have that before you need it. And there we go. Tailoring the steel plate helmet. I love it. Okay. So, Transazen is grabbing Pheasant's old duster. I mean, I can understand. Tiberius and Rarazodas will marry, and Rarazodas will change her last name into Plauberbro. Oh man, that stupid word just doesn't stop being a thing. So there's a plate helmet for Pheasant. Okay. Transazen starts meditating now. Okay. I have a heart for depressive people in my colony. It is a mean old state of mind, but we're gonna do the best we can to at least make your life less miserable, my friend. So I'm gonna haul some of those chalk chunks, because I need more of that stuff to finish my shack over here. It's coming along really nicely. Okay. So... why is there still in every little portion of this smoked meat here? I mean, it is no longer allowed in the process of production, so I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and watch now. No, just kidding. I'm gonna order it manually and see what they're gonna do with it. But overall, my colony is having a very, very good surplus of food. Okay. So, I'm gonna do also an order to make psychic tea forever and on the cooking stove. Okay, so I'm gonna be ordering. No, oh, we can't do that because I need material. Oh. Okay, but that means they're not willing to pick up the smoked meat for that. That's good. It's really, really good. Ah, this is the guilty party. I see. I have another table where the smoked meat is still allowed as a thing. So, Red started a social fight with Rarazodas. At least I want to know why. So, Rarazodas called Red a clam. Okay, right. So, okay, we have bites, and we have bite in the arm. We have only bruises on Rarazodas. Holy goodness, like, Rarazodas is, wow. She, completely destroyed Red. Like, she provoked him and then she destroyed him. Okay. Then, we're gonna patch him up. The old clam. Eh? Psychos, I tells ya. Okay. At least the dog likes Red. So we're gonna be tending to this guy here. Okay, so Transazon is now on the armor itself. It's the most work-intense part. But it's also the last part, right? Right. Okay, so light armor has a little bit less ingredients, I see. But it's the second heaviest of plate armor still, so... Well, let's check out how this will work. Okay, so, okay, so Rarazodas bit him into the torso, into the left arm, into the right leg, after provoking him to start a social fight. What's wrong with you, Rarazodas?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, what is going on with you? Okay. So I'm gonna let him equip that rifle again, and we're gonna just pretend like nothing of that all happened. So Apart from that, I'm gonna just finish until this armor is done, and then it's already time to roll the credits, my friends. So, unless we're getting attacked or anything, I'm gonna finish this project real quick. So, this also should give Transazon level 12. Almost, at least. No, you're not gonna chicken out right a moment before you're done with that. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's also a good armor. Nice. So let's give that to Feasand. No Transazon, bad Transazon. He wants a plate armor too. Possibly he wants to be a knight as well. But he's a good melee fighter too. I should think about that. So there goes the harp technology. Let's go for the noble apparel too. So Feasand is now really horribly insulated. Like, this is really, really bad. Somebody is having her shoulder pads. Because there should be a pair of shoulders. No? Didn't I forge a pair of shoulder? There they are. Did I overlook them? Okay, guys, where are... Ah, there they are, the shoulder pads, okay. Just thought that, there's a part missing, so... Okay. Insulation, horrible. She's not really able to sustain the temperatures out here anymore. And so it's either the plate armor or the shoulders. Ah, I see. So there we go. 59%, 2851. Okay. So the armor against sharp things is way better. Apart from that, I'm gonna give her an elephant duster here because she needs the temperature insulation. Okay, friends, so this is it, the moment of truth. We're gonna have to end this episode here. I thank you so much for hanging around again. I hope you find the time to drop me some comment or anything if you want to. A thumbs up or a subscription to my channel would be very, very appreciated too. But the most important thing, come again for the next episode. Enjoy your time here and enjoy your time in general. It's a good thing to do, you know. And yeah, take good care and goodbye.